Hi everybody, it's Pratik Shah from the Fire and Flood Attorneys. We're here to talk to all the victims of the Southern California fires, talk to you about what's now going to be your insurance claims process and how to deal with that. There's 5 things we really want you to know today, and the first thing is that understand that recovery takes time. Your insurance company might try to handle this quickly, might try to cut you a check quickly, but be wary of that because to get full compensation for what you're owed under your policy, it can take time. It's not something that takes days or weeks, it can take months. In some unfortunate cases, it can even take years if there's a big disagreement between you and the insurance company. The second thing we want you guys to know is make sure you get a copy of your insurance policy. Whenever possible, communicate with your insurance company in writing, by email, by text message, any way that you can keep a documentation of what your conversation is like so that nobody can twist it later. And request to them in writing, I'd like a copy of my full policy, please. Request it professionally and nicely. You want to be courteous with everybody, but you want to get what you're owed. And a copy of your policy is absolutely owed to you. And that way you can know what you're entitled to. The third thing we want everybody to know is that you can get an advance on your additional living expenses. What that means is if you've had smoke damage, if your house is uninhabitable, if you've had a total loss and you need a place to stay and you need food and you need clothes, you can call your insurance company or email them and text them and say, I'd like an advance on my additional living expenses. Most policies, the vast majority of policies, will allow you to get up to 20 to 30% of your additional living expenses policy limit as an advance. So they should cut you a check. They, being the insurance company, can cut you a check so that you can pay for a hotel, you can pay for food, you can pay for a change of clothes, phone chargers, things like that. Okay? Some policies will require that you submit receipts and then get a check, but either way you can get something for that, okay? The next thing we want everybody to do is if you're being let back to your area, to your neighborhood, to your property, and you believe that your house has been damaged, whether it's smoke, ash, or fire, or even water from maybe the fire being put out, you want to take as many pictures as possible. You want to take pictures of all the damaged areas, all the affected property, your personal items, your house, your pool, your shed in the back, everything. Take as many pictures as possible because that's going to be your documentation. If there's a dispute between what you believe you're owed and what the insurance company wants to pay you, those pictures are going to help you a ton. So take as many pictures as possible. Whether it's your smartphone or a camera, it doesn't matter. Just take as many pictures as possible. The last thing we wanted everybody to know is don't sign anything without reading it. In the coming days, in the coming weeks, you're going to be talked to by contractors, by your adjuster, insurance companies, so on and so forth. There's a lot of people that want to come out and talk to you and they want you to sign stuff. Contractors may want you to hire them to do your repairs. You don't have to sign anything. There's no pressure from anybody. There shouldn't be. And so you need to talk with as many people as possible. You need to know what you're signing. You need to make sure that you read what you're signing because if you sign it, it's a legal contract and you might be bound to that. So don't hesitate in taking the contract home, reading it with your friends and family, having a friend review it, comparing notes with other people who have been victims, and seeing what are they doing, what are you doing, and deciding to move forward after you've had a chance to think about it. So don't be afraid to just tell people, wait. So those are the 5 things we wanted to talk about. Number 1, make sure you get a copy of your policy. Number 2, understand that this process takes time. It's not going to be a quick process. It can be months, it can even be years in some cases. Number 3, you can get an advance on your additional living expenses to help pay for hotels and clothes and food in the meantime before you can get let back to your property. Number 4, don't sign anything without reading. And number 5, take as many pictures as you can because that's going to help you if there's a dispute between what you're owed and what the insurance company thinks you're owed. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope everybody is safe and everybody's family is safe. Pratik Shah with the Fire and Flood Attorneys.